Hey Moxie, what's going on, guys? HomeWOD day number 50. We're kind of at this big benchmark here, and we have an awesome workout to kind of celebrate this, okay? So for those of you guys who were paying attention, last Friday we posted Moxie Mania at home workout number 1, all right? It's a doozy, 5 rounds per time, 30 dumbbell snatches, 20 burpees over the dumbbell. Okay, you can check out the standards on Competition Corner, but just to kind of go over some of the big ones here, guys, we do need to see both heads of the dumbbell touch the ground at the bottom of the dumbbell snatch. And obviously we're looking for full lockout up overhead. So that does mean, right, that if I'm looking at you from the side, I do need to be able to kind of see that ear in front of your shoulder, okay? Now, in addition to that, we have burpees over the dumbbell. These are lateral burpees today, so we're not going to be facing, but we do need to make sure that, especially as we get fatigued, maybe we're not jumping up to the same position each time, that our feet are actually moving over the dumbbell whenever we're jumping and not maybe moving behind and front or what have you, okay? Now, in addition to kind of all of this stuff, guys, today, right now, I want to give you kind of 2 things to think about for each movement and a little bit of pacing for the workout as a whole, all right? So from a pacing perspective here, guys, this is a longer workout. We have a 20-minute time cap here, and we have a lot of volume going on. So we need to think about this workout, since it's 5 rounds per time, in that 20-minute-ish context, or if we think we're going to go faster, in whatever kind of time frame we think we can hit this workout in, and approach round number 1 from that perspective, not 3, 2, 1, let's sprint out of the gates. Try to imagine what this is going to feel like, right? Maybe round number 1 and round number 3, round number 4, and then approach it like that, okay? Approach round 1 the way it's gonna feel in the middle, because if we can have this really consistent pace throughout, where we're not bleeding time there in that second half of the workout, we're gonna have a much better result overall, okay? Now, in addition to that, let's talk about movements here for just a second. On the dumbbell snatch, I remember the first time I think I ever did dumbbell snatches in a workout. It was CrossFit Open Workout 17.1. I could barely stand up the next day because my low back was so blown out. And we have that same volume of dumbbell snatches going on today, all right? So what I would recommend that we do, instead of kind of keeping those hips high and doing almost like a Romanian deadlift to get the dumbbell off the floor, let's try to drop our hips down a little bit lower, like we would if we were actually setting up for like a barbell snatch, okay? What that's going to allow us to do is, number 1, just it takes our low back out of like a prime mover category, and now it's just helping us translate force through our whole body, okay, throughout this entire movement. The other thing that's going to allow us to do is really just get a little bit more musculature involved. It's no longer just the hamstring, glute, back exercise. We're now able to access our quads and our hips a little bit more effectively, okay? The other thing that we want to be thinking about on the dumbbell snatch, in addition to kind of keeping those hips low at the bottom, is trying to keep the reps fast overall, okay? We never want to slow down or get to a point where we're really getting slow and kind of grindy as we're pressing that weight up to overhead, okay? Let's try to keep those reps snappy, just like we would if we were doing a barbell snatch, right? We're not going to like slowly muscle snatch as the weight gets heavy. We're just going to start power snatching and dipping down. So if we get fatigued, a dip is going to be better than slowing down that movement at that finished position, okay? Now, the other movement that we got in this, right, is our burpee over the dumbbell. The 2 things that I think are going to be important to think about here are where we rest, right, and then also jumping up each time, all right? So where do we rest on the burpee? It should not be on the ground, right? It's really easy maybe as we get fatigued in some of those later rounds just to stop at the bottom of a burpee and take a breath and like try to set ourselves up to keep moving. The thing is, though, that's really inefficient because it's hard to get a good breath in when we're just laying prone on the ground. So if we're going to breathe anywhere, finish your jump over the dumbbell and take a breath there where we can get a good full breath in and then be ready to get into that next rep aggressively. So just like the dumbbell snatch, we do want to keep our time on the ground with the burpee pretty short. The other thing that we want to be thinking about here is every time when I jump up from that, bottom of the push-up position, I want to land with my whole foot on the ground. It's just going to make it a little bit less expensive on my quads and my legs throughout this workout, and it's going to allow you to keep a more consistent pace going throughout these 5 rounds, okay? So I hope that stuff helps you guys. Get after that workout. If you're doing Moxie Mania at home, don't forget to log those results on Competition Corner by this Friday. So you have time. If you hit it today and you just want to try it again later, you do have an opportunity to do that, okay? Now, if we do, Box Mania at Home workout 1, stop, drop, and snatch, and you still have some more energy, you want to hit something else, then we do have another gymnastics conditioning piece program for today, all right? It's gonna be a 1-minute L-sit right into 20 strict handstand push-ups back into a 1-minute L-sit, okay? We're taking this L-sit, we're doing some bigger chunks, and we're trying to put it in a more for time setting rather than an accessory work setting, okay? Now, whenever we're kind of modifying this workout, let's shoot for each set, right? So our minute of L-sits, our 20 strict handstand push-ups, and then our minute of L-sit again. Each movement we should be able to do inside of 3 minutes, okay? So try to kind of modify accordingly. That's nothing too crazy on the L-sits. That's holding about 20 seconds a minute. So that should be pretty attainable for a lot of us, okay? But right, so just find yourself the most challenging scaling option that we can do that's still gonna get us done in under that 3-minute time, right? Now, one note on the strict handstand push-ups today, they are a break, if you will, from the L-sit, but they're still gonna be taxing our core because we don't wanna be pressing, right, in that super extended position. Try to keep those abs turned on because it is going to make it more efficient to translate force throughout the entire body, okay? So abs turned on there. The other thing to note, particularly about scaling options for the handstand push-up, is that today I don't want to do like a dumbbell Z press. If at all possible, if we're comfortable with it, I want to do something that's inverted. So if that's a pike push-up or something else, let's try that today, all right? So I hope this stuff helps you guys. Get out there, hit these pieces, log your results on HomeWOD if you're doing Box Mania at home, and you should log those results on Competition Corner, and I will talk to you guys later.